Good morning, my little coffee beans, and welcome to Madeline's Life Management. Today, I'm going to be taking you through my nighttime routine. So I actually ended up filming on a Saturday, but normally when I get home from work, Blake is already home and we both run up and hug each other and tell stories from our day. One of my favorite things to do is find the funniest moment in my day or the cutest moment in my day because I work with kids. So there are plenty of funny and cute moments and I remember those and save them to tell Blake when I get home. And I'm always super excited if something a little bit off the wall happens at work because I know that he's going to be delighted and I'm going to be able to make him laugh. So when he came home, I ran up and hugged him and we kind of did the same thing, but we always take a few minutes on the couch. I will get a coffee or a tea and we'll just kind of hang out and laugh and talk about our days. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is cooking or preparing a meal. Now, one thing that I've been doing lately is I've been preparing meals ahead of time and then putting them in little containers. For example, today I did stir fry, so I did white rice in the biggest container and then a thing of meat, fried chicken, and then, or fried chicken, it was sauteed chicken, though sauteed in butter, and then sauteed vegetables. So then all you have to do is put that in the microwave and it's ready to go. And one batch will make about 7 of those. So it's great if Blake needs something for lunch, or it's really wonderful. One thing though is that you don't want to have all the same meal, so you want to make sure and kind of stipend it with some other stuff so that you don't get tired of the food. But this day I already had the stir fry made, so I ended up making a cobbler for fun because why not? Who doesn't love a little cobbler with ice cream for dessert? So then Blake and I will take a few moments at the table just to eat and to enjoy each other's company and to laugh and talk. And sometimes if one of us gets home a little bit later and the other one already ate, I'll still grab a coffee or he'll grab something and we'll still take that time to just be together and enjoy each other's company and laugh and discuss life. So the next thing that I do without fail is I make a to-do list. This allows me to feel productive and also have a game plan for the next day. I know especially on Saturdays and Sundays, if I do not have a game plan, sometimes I'll end up not being productive at all. And although sometimes it's enjoyable and you need that, most of the time I really enjoy the feeling of being productive. And so making a to-do list is so important to me and it makes me feel so good and like I'm gonna get stuff done. And then I can also feel good at the end of the day about everything that I've accomplished. I also always choose what I'm gonna wear the next day the night before. I do this for a few reasons, but the main reason is so that I don't have to think about it in the morning. I'm prepared, it takes that time away. And also my decision the night before is very different than in the morning when I'm tired and I want to be cozy. I know especially in the spring and summertime, Blake and I sleep with it very cold. And if I don't choose my outfits the night before, I'll end up wearing something a little too warm for the current weather conditions. I also always light a candle. This really sets the ambiance. It brings that good smell into the room. It just makes it feel homey. So the next thing I do without fail every single night is my skincare routine. This is a really luxurious part of my day for me and kind of a small hobby and passion that you guys obviously know about if you're watching this because I talk about it on YouTube a lot, is skincare. I'm very passionate about it. I love it. It interests me. And so kind of layering and deciding what my skin needs and doing some niacinamide for brightening or maybe doing a chemical exfoliant if I kind of am seeing that texture, that graininess, and just, you know, the smell of the moisturizer. I know that you shouldn't do fragranced things on your skin because fragrance a lot of the time is what will cause a negative reaction, but personally it's worth it to me and my skin can handle it. But having that nice fragranted lotion to put on your skin after just adds to the experience for me and it makes it just really luxurious and such a fun self-care part of my day. The next thing I always do is a quick clean. So for me, it really sets the tone for the next morning when I wake up to a clean, organized home that I can feel good about. And so the night before, I make sure and do those little things that just kind of build over time. Like I'll put dishes away, I will, wipe off the table. Sometimes I'll vacuum depending on how many crumbs are on the floor. I'll put away my skincare. I will put away any cups or dirty socks or things that just kind of accumulate throughout the day. Any notepads and notebooks, and I know a lot of the time my organizational tools are sometimes what clutter my life. So making sure that everything is compressed and organized and isn't clutter and stressing me out and it's going to make me have a hard time sleeping. Just having that peace of mind knowing that I have a clean, organized environment. And then I always read. It just is something that is definitely for me, and it's such a bright spot in my day, and it just makes me so happy to be in another one's story, especially if I have other stressors going on in life. I love reading a book and getting completely absorbed in someone else's story. And then the best part of my night is whenever I go to sleep. So I touch Blake in the morning as part of my morning routine, and Blake always gives me back touches at night or like plays with my hair or something. And this night he was studying, and so he was doing like flashcard questions on his phone for med school, and then he was also like touching me. It's just like the best, like it's the best way to fall asleep. So anyway, that is my nighttime routine. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.